What happens when the youngest of BTS, now a grown man shaped by military life, quietly decides to take a detour, not to a studio, not to an interview, but to the home of his oldest brother in the group? That's the question armies around the world are asking as breaking news confirms. Jungkook is scheduled to visit Jin's family home in Gwacheon, a day after his official military discharge. There is no fanfare, no press conference, no exclusive photoshoot. Just one simple, human gesture, a younger brother coming home, to the only Hyung who welcomed him when he was 15, unsure and full of dreams. The visit, confirmed by a close source within HYB, is not part of any promotion. It is deeply personal. Jin invited him months ago, the insider revealed. He told Jungkook, "When you're done, come home. We'll talk, eat, rest like the old days." And now, that day has come. A reunion the fans have been waiting for. The bond between Jin and Jungkook is one that has quietly matured through the years. While their onstage chemistry often made fans smile, it was their real-life dynamic, protective, supportive, sometimes hilariously blunt, that made their relationship feel like family. Now, after nearly 2 years apart, the reunion isn't happening on a variety show or behind a red carpet curtain. It's happening at Jin's childhood home. According to sources, Jin's parents are preparing a traditional Korean homecoming meal to welcome Jungkook. It's the same meal they used to cook during BTS's trainee days: bulgogi, kimchi stew, and steamed eggs, all served warm, just like the memories that surround them. "My mom always said Jungkook eats like our own," Jin once shared during a 2016 V-Live, laughing. She even calls him her second son. That statement, once said with humor, now carries an emotional weight that even fans weren't ready for. Why this visit matters for Jungkook, who spent 18 months away from the stage. The visit is more than just a friendly reunion. It's a grounding moment. Before the press, before the comeback rumors, before he picks up a microphone again, he wants to sit at a familiar table with people who knew him before the world did. And for Jin, who completed his own military service months earlier, this is his chance to do what he always did best for Jungkook: be there, quietly, without needing anything in return. He's not coming as BTS, Jin reportedly told a friend. He's coming as John Jungkook, my Dongsing. Jin's father, known to be warm and reserved, was said to be especially moved when Jungkook accepted the invitation. One staff member from Jin's family circle shared that the family had already set aside a room in the house for Jungkook weeks in advance. They wanted him to rest in peace and comfort, said the source. No pressure. No cameras. Just home. What comes next? Speculation is running wild about what this visit could mean for BTS's future, especially as whispers of a special project involving Jin and Jungkook continue to circulate. However, HYB has remained tight-lipped, choosing to honor the deeply personal nature of the reunion. Some fans believe this moment could be the emotional core of a new chapter for BTS, perhaps a joint single, a documentary segment, or a new in the SLOP style series capturing the raw, unfiltered side of their lives post-military. But beyond the marketing buzz, the emotional weight of this visit cannot be overstated. Jungkook, who stepped away from the public eye as a global pop star, is now stepping into the warmth of a family kitchen, into quiet conversations, into Jin's world, a place where he is not the golden magne, but just Kook. The fans' response social media has already begun flooding with hashtags like #Jin and Jungkook reunion and #Welcome Home Kook. Fans are sharing old clips of the two cooking together, teasing each other, and exchanging soft glances on stage. Many are expressing hope that this time, the cameras will be off, and their hearts will do the recording. One fan wrote on X, "We watched them grow together. Now we're watching them find peace together. This is the real comeback." Will the world get to see it? While there is no official plan to document Jungkook's visit to Jin's home, some insiders have hinted that Jin may have requested a few private photos for future reflection, maybe even a quiet video diary entry. But whether or not those moments are ever shared publicly, the true value lies in the reunion itself. In a world where everything is filtered, choreographed, and polished, this visit feels raw, unrehearsed, and necessary. It is the kind of story that reminds fans why they fell in love with BTS in the first place, not just because of their music, but because of their sincerity. Tomorrow, when Jungkook knocks on the door of Jin's family home, it won't just be the start of a reunion. It will be the closing of a chapter, a brother finally returning, not to the spotlight, but to someone who always saw him, before the stage, before the fame, before the world ever knew his name. And behind that door, Jin won't be holding a Script he'll be holding open arms, and maybe, just maybe, the words, "Welcome home, Jungkook. You did well." It's the image fans didn't know they needed, but can't stop imagining. The door creaks open. Jin appears, casual in a black hoodie and slippers, no makeup, no pretense. And there, standing at the threshold, is Jungkook, carrying nothing but a small overnight bag and 18 months of stories locked behind his tired eyes. According to a source close to Jin's family, the moment Jungkook stepped into the house, he froze. For several seconds, neither of them spoke. Then, in a blink, Jin pulled him into a silent hug.
No fanfare.
No performance. Just two brothers, wrapped in time. "You're home," Jin whispered. Finally. Inside the house, things had been prepared in quiet anticipation. A favorite blanket folded neatly on the couch. A plate of fresh-cut fruit on the table. The sound of soft music, Jin's personal playlist, playing gently in the background. It was everything Jungkook didn't know he needed, and then, the real surprise, Jin's mother came out from the kitchen. She was the first to speak fully, arms wide and voice cracking. "You've gotten taller again. Are you eating well? Sit, sit." An emotional dinner, Jin's family welcomes Jungkook home dinner wasn't a celebrity event. It wasn't plated with elegance or designed for Instagram. It was warm rice, bubbling kimchi stew, grilled fish, and the same soft tofu dish Jungkook used to love when he stayed over a decade ago. Jin's father poured a small glass of traditional rice wine, not for celebration but for comfort, to let Jungkook know he was safe here, that the war outside, the war of expectations, pressure, performance, was left at the door. "You've always worked so hard," Jin's mother reportedly said. "Even as a boy, you never stopped. You can rest now, if only for a night." And for a brief few hours, that's exactly what Jungkook did. He rested. He laughed at Jin's jokes. He teased Jin's younger cousin, who had grown taller since the last time they met. He cried quietly when Jin showed him an old photo album from their early debut days, one where a baby-faced Jungkook sat beside Jin in matching hoodies. Unaware of the world that would one day idolize them, a brother's room becomes a sanctuary that night. Jin gave Jungkook his old bedroom, the same room where Jin had once practiced lines for BTS's early shows, where he had once called his parents crying, unsure if he was good enough to debut. The room, now modest and preserved, held an echo of everything Jungkook needed to hear. "This is yours tonight," Jin told him. "I used to dream in here. Maybe now you can rest from chasing dreams for a while." Jungkook didn't sleep immediately. He sat at the edge of the bed, looking around, his fingers tracing the bookshelf Jin had kept since high school. There was a worn-out plushie Jungkook recognized, a gift he gave Jin on his birthday in 2014. Still here, still loved. And then, according to one source, Jungkook reached for his phone. Not to post, not to check mentions, but to write. A quiet, private message, and no one knows if it was for his late grandmother, his mother, or perhaps just himself. But it said he wrote, "Hyung's home feels like I found my childhood again. I didn't know how much I missed this." Will this night become a turning point? The question fans are now asking. What comes next for Jin and Jungkook? Will this reunion spark a deeper collaboration between them? Some speculate that Jin and Jungkook might be planning something musical, something raw, something stripped of expectations. Others believe the visit is a farewell to the past, allowing Jungkook to close the door on the weight of military duty, grief, and growing pains. Whatever the future holds, what happened inside Jin's home that night wasn't about content or comebacks. It was about connection. About a quiet moment between two men who grew up together, fighting battles the world could never fully see, and finally, having the space to say, "I see you. I'm proud of you. I missed you." The day after, a walk, a breakfast, a goodbye. Insiders reveal that the next morning, Jin and Jungkook took a walk around the quiet neighborhood before breakfast.
No disguises. No existence.
Just two friends with matching coffee mugs, reminiscing about the days when their biggest worry was waking up on time for dance practice. As they returned, Jin's mother handed Jungkook a small bag, homemade snacks, vitamin drinks, and a handwritten note. No one knows what the note said. Jungkook tucked it into his pocket and whispered, "Thank you for still treating me like your son." Before he left, Jin gave Jungkook one final gift, a framed photo of the two of them from their first BTS showcase, smiling with their arms around each other, long before awards, world tours, or military boots.